Hi guys, this is Brooke Willard. Today we're going to be focusing in on our lesson plan. My content standard is K.3, and students will match simple descriptions of work that people do and the names of related jobs at the school, in the local community, and from historical accounts. Our learning objective is going to be students will be able to match simple descriptions of work that people do through commenting verbally, flashcards, or mind mapping. So we're going to focus in on the explanation portion today. So during this section, I think it's important to ask students about jobs that their parents or family members may have. So it's important to connect to their lives and ask questions about what responsibilities maybe they have. Open up a discussion that allows all students to feel welcome to share if they feel comfortable. And then use some of the jobs that they mention and explain the different roles that they play. So one of the provoking questions could be, what jobs do we have in our community? What jobs do your parents, family members have? Their answer may be something along the lines of a firefighter, police officer, garbage person. I think it's important to go over vocabulary terms as well. So for kindergartners, I think with vocabulary, it's going to be different terms explained through maybe pictures, specific sounds, vehicles, their sirens, and the equipment that maybe is used in specific jobs or professions. So for example, like a police car or like a fire truck or something. Just things that maybe they are familiar with, but maybe some students are not. So one of the barriers that could happen in kindergarten, or even in any grade, is that some students might be a little bit afraid to open up, answer questions, or even ask questions out loud. So I think as a solution, it's important to create a positive and open learning environment so that your students do feel comfortable asking questions. Another barrier that could be that would be possible in a classroom is that students do come from different economic backgrounds. Some students might not have access to television or exposure to different jobs or professions. And so I think as a solution, you can give them insight to those jobs by incorporating more videos, pictures, sounds that kind of paints a picture in their head for them. One of the other barriers that could be possible is that many jobs are exclusive to one gender. And so I think you can realize that there are some professions that are dominated by one gender, but I think as a solution, we can make sure to use appropriate vocabulary that's inclusive to all genders. So for example, firefighter instead of just fireman, police officer instead of just policeman. I think it's also to portray different genders in your content. So for example, if you're showing videos, make sure that both genders are portrayed in your videos or in your books, in your content, so that it's not only specific to, males in that profession. So we're gonna use picture books to give students visuals. So read this book and probably elaborate on it. This section is going to give insight to the past and compare the past and the present. It's called Then and Now. So in this book, it gives insight to how jobs were different than they are now. And so it's going to provoke the question of how are jobs different in the past than they are now? And then we can compare and contrast differences and talk about how technology has changed certain professions and how our society has changed and how that's changed different professions. So then another idea is that in this section, if you had the availability, you could potentially bring in somebody from different professions and ask them if they could speak to the students about what they do, maybe bring in equipment to give them some insight and some hands-on experience with, the equipment and things. And then we'll just go over our metacognitive statements. So I think it's important to think ahead of possible responses and questions that you're going to be asking. So having images and have responses prepared for them. I also think it's important to have skills for classroom management. So in our lesson, we're going to use raising hands in order to answer questions. This does develop a state of norms that they practice and get used to. I also think it's important to be prepared that depending on your class, the answers are definitely going to vary and the discussion is going to be unique, dependent on students' personal backgrounds and their experiences that they have and, what their parents do. So this is the explanation portion for our lesson plan. So thank you for listening.